Hello everyone, it's me again. So quick introduction to Blender, how it works, and the node system. Because today we're talking about the add-on called Node Pies that is supposed to help us. So there's a shader editor here, so it's how to put some textures and shaders onto some objects. So I can change the color here if I want. I can always add a Voronoi texture if I want, and this. So you see there's many ways to use these nodes. So usually we go Shift A, add. We can see a bunch of nodes that we could use. I could use another texture here, like for example. So this is the way we look for nodes most of the time. We can also search for nodes. If I search and I put like a noise texture, and it's going to give me a noise texture, and then I will plug this here and we have a noise texture now. So this is basically the way we are looking for our nodes in Blender, but sometimes it's a little bit annoying. So because sometimes we do not know our node by heart. So here as well in geometry nodes, I can go there and then add a cube. Can add a cube, so I can add a cube like this, which is smaller because it's a cube of 111. If I put 2, then we come back to our regular cube. But I can also add an icosphere, and then put this icosphere, radius of 2, and then here. And this is the quality. This is the good thing of geometry nodes. Subdivide it a little more, and then we can have non-destructive shapes going on like this, because anytime I'm going to put the base shape again, it's going to be our cube, things like that. So there is also this compositor editor, which also allows us to have some nodes, but we will not see it right there, but it's for compositing after render is done. And then we are also looking for some nodes here in order to add them. We can also do Shift A, search for our nodes, like lens distortion. Okay, so this is a system that is kind of working, but sometimes you want to know which nodes you can have, where are they, and you want to see them quicker. There is also something with the node groups. Sometimes we have node groups. So if I'm coming here and I create just a basic node group like this, and I Control G, that's going to make me a group. It's going to be like this. I can call it add, and then add custom. So this is going to be my group. But then when I want to search into my own groups, it's not that easy to find them. I have to go to this group, this, and here I can find my add custom. Here is like that. So once again, it's not always easy to use. I mean, it's still great. So now we're talking about this little add-on we did to facilitate our node vision. So let's go to preferences and then install and node pies. Now we have this node pie add-on, and it's a zip file. So once again, when you install, you need to look for these zip files. They are already packed up, and basically they're going to look like this. There's an init.py. Sometime when there's other things needed, like assets or icons or stuff like that, it will be there, but not in our case. So we just click on that, and it's going to install it for us. And then you have to enable it. It doesn't come enabled by default, so you enable it, and then you can see, okay, there's this. So you can always remove it later. And then there are some preferences here. So these are the shortcuts for our functions. And what is this going to do basically is I'm going to be in my shader nodes here. Can click finish on that, and then I'm press Shift V, and now I have all the nodes here that I can check. I can put normal node. Okay, it's going to give me a normal node. I can have a Voronoi texture. We were looking at that. Voronoi texture, where is it? Text noise. It has different names. Text magic, text musgrave. We will have this. And once again, text Voronoi. But still, you can still find them. These are the actually hidden names inside Blender. So color, and we see this gives us the same result as before. So as long as we are here, we could do that. But we can also see where is my my group. I created add custom a few time ago. It's there. So now I can see them all like that. So for example, in Blender, I already previously imported a library of geometry nodes, node groups here, and there's a bunch of them. So these are my how to say helper node groups. So when I'm in here, I can say V and then switch to groups. And these are all the basic geometry nodes from Blender. And then if I hit groups, there's going to be all the groups that I made. And there is one that I made in this file, test one. This one is in this file, so you can see it's not linked. But if I hit Ctrl C now to see only the groups, I can take any other one that I have, grid plus, like this. This is another group that I made, and this group is linked here. This little icon, here, and this little icon here are displaying different things. This is a local node group, and this is an imported linked node group, to be exact. So anyway, now I have this. I could go there and create my grid that you can see is going to be how do I display that? Display, not really here. Anyway, where is this? I would like to see. Anyway, I could change this length and change this parametrically. So this is easy. I can come back to my original shape from before. So these groups are working. These groups come straight up from my node groups in here. See the same icon here. It's going to be the same icon here. Same icon, which means it's linked. This one is not linked. So basically that is how the add-on works. It's a small feature, but it's can be cool, and it also works with this editor, the compositing editor, that has different set of nodes. So I can say lumen matte and luminance key. I can find another vector blur. I mean all of these. Here too I can say vector math. Okay, they all exist here. And also I created a group, I think, before. So yeah, I have a node group 001, unnamed, but it's basically the same. It's a dummy node group I've done, but just to show that it's still there. That's it for the Blender functionality. Now we can look at the code, which is there. It's going to be on GitHub at some point. And okay, this is I describe what's happening in the code, and basically the whole thing is to be able to map these Blender names, because the namings are not homogeneous between those things. So sometime here we have a shader, but this time it's compositing. This one is the compositor node group, but this group type is compositing. It's this shader node group, and this one is shader. Okay, so sometimes it's a little confusing. This is also the request in Blender data to find our kind of the nodes that are related to our compositor. But here suddenly in geometry nodes we cannot do that. This won't work. So we have to go through this another weird way of finding the related nodes. So this is just a mapper, this Blender namespace. So just to make us life easier with the notepad add. So add node group and add node. These are the operators, which is going to be like when you add an actual node group. When you click on this, it's going to add a node group. So these are these functions: add node group and add node, which both extend this basic add operator. And then this node pi is to display our node pi, which is this one, or with this included, or this one, which switch back to this one, and then switch back to this one, and switch back to this one, and switch back to this one. You can switch forever between them, as long as you're looking for your node mesh grid. Okay, mesh grid is just the basic node. It's similar to my node, which is grid plus. The only thing is that this grid can be centered or not. So we both have a size of 1. This one is my custom node, and this one I can uncenter it. Sometimes it's useful to uncenter it. But this one, if I want to center it, I have to move it afterwards of half the dimension that this blah blah blah. So this is basically how it works. Thank you for your attention, and see you later.